Yo, what's cooking, Silverback Nation? You're in the jungle for week 9 of the NFL. Or may or may not be wearing pants you don't know, but we're going to do things a little bit differently nonetheless today. Here's what we're going to do. It's going to be fun. And you tell me in the comments below if you like this better or what we ordinarily do better. I'm going to give you one player prop for every single game in the Sunday slate. Now, not Monday night. The Chargers-Jets will have their own video tomorrow, just like all Monday night games do. But every game from the Chiefs-Dolphins to the Bills-Bengals Sunday night, I'm going to give you one prop that I like for each game. Take what you want, leave what you don't. Now, I'm not going to play every single prop on my betting card. My official picks will be on my X account, formerly Twitter. I think you still got to say that. You know the joint, Elon Musk's joint, right? At Silverback Bets by 8 p.m. Eastern Time. That's going to be my official betting card and what my official record scored on. We'll have fun doing it. You let me know in the comments if you like that better or what we ordinarily do. We might go back to that. We might not. Might wear pants, might not. We don't know. Let's work. To Germany we go. Überregen. We got the Chiefs and Dolphins. Now I'm going to go against and disagree with Dave Richards, CBS legend here. Uncle Dave has Patty Mahomes going under pass completions. I love Mahomes over 24.5 pass completions. Here's why. He's been over this number 4 times this season. I think this game, the Chiefs are going to play a lot of situational football. Second and medium. Third and short. It's going to call for a lot of short to intermediate pass routes, probably 42 to 47 pass attempts for Mahomes. I love him over 24.5 pass completions. Next game, Packers versus Rams. A lot of question marks in this game. A lot of game time decisions on injuries. I don't trust Jordan Love as far as I can throw him. Only play that I like in this game, and I do like it, is Aaron Jones' anytime touchdown against a Rams defense that has been susceptible to touchdowns against opposing teams' running backs. Next game, Buccaneers versus Texans. Best prop here, Devin Singletary of the Texans, anytime touchdown. Damon Pierce out. C.J. Stroud has come back down to earth a little bit. The main way I see them getting into the end zone is through the legs of the bowling ball. Devin Singletary, he did a lot of that in Buffalo. Next game, Patriots-Commanders. Good rule of thumb for props. Stay away from all things New England when it comes to player props. Looking to the Commanders side, there's one bet that I love here. It'll probably be an official play on my card. You'll have to wait and see. It's Jahan Dotson over 42.5 receiving yards. Curtis Samuel out. Dotson's going to get a ton of targets again this week. His last 2 games, Dotson has 13 catches on 18 targets for 153 yards. Next game, Bears versus Saints. Only play this game for me. Cole Kmet over 3.5 catches. Last game against the Chargers, he had 10 catches on 10 targets. They had to play from behind the entire game against a good pass rush. The only thing that they could do was dump the ball off quickly to whomever's open fast. That ended up being Kmet. 10 catches on 10 targets. We like him. Over 3.5 catches today against a good New Orleans Saints pass rush. Falcons versus Vikings, because we have to. Jaren Hall versus Tyler Heineke. I'd stay clear of this game, but if I had to pick a bet, one thing here, I'd take a Bijan Robinson touchdown at plus money. That's all for that game. Here we go. Browns versus Cardinals. Good God. Only one play in my opinion here. It's Kareem Hunt anytime touchdown. 3 touchdowns last 2 weeks, and we saw last week he's starting to take the lion's share of the snaps in the backfield. Kareem Hunt anytime touchdown. Seahawks versus Ravens. My favorite game of the day. Ready for this one? Zach Charbonnet over 21.5 rushing yards. Kenneth Walker III is a top 5 running back in the NFL, but Zach Charbonnet has talent that you cannot keep on the bench, and Pete Carroll knows that. No, he's not taking over the backfield for Walker. No one is. I don't see that happening. But Charbonnet is seeing more and more playing time, more and more snaps every single week, averaging 5.8 yards per attempt this season, and last week, 5 carries for 57 yards. Give me over 21.5 rushing yards for Charbonnet. Panthers versus Colts. Easy bet. Jonathan Taylor over 67.5 rushing yards. Carolina's run defense is in the bottom of the NFL by basically every single metric you want to use. Taylor's been back for 2 games, 18 rushing attempts for 75 yards game 1, 12 for 95 last game. This will be the game in which he reestablishes his dominance against a terrible Carolina Panthers run defense. Eagles versus Cowboys. Lots of high lines in this game, and I think he could find opportunities to make money on some of the unders. The best pick, however, in this game for me is DeAndre Swift over 54.5 rushing yards. The Cowboys' defense is vulnerable against the run, 14th in NFL to be exact. Swift's been over this number in 6 of his last 7 games. A lot of people are expecting a shootout, but I think Philly is going to want to control the clock, dominate the line of scrimmage, and pound the rock. Take DeAndre Swift over 54.5 rushing yards. Raiders versus Giants, because it's on the schedule. Last time Aiden O'Connell played, quarterback for the Raiders, he targeted Josh Jacobs out of the backfield 11 times, and Josh caught 8 balls for 82 yards against the Chargers that game. The only play for me, besides maybe a Saquon Barkley total yards prop here, is Josh Jacobs over 20.5 receiving yards. Bengals versus Bills Sunday night. Two very different football teams. The Bills lack physicality. Cincinnati exposes that every time that they play. They exposed it in the game. Damar Hamlin got injured. They exposed it when they beat them, when they kicked their butt in the divisional championship. They exposed it the year before that. The last time they played, Joe Mixon in the playoffs, Joe Mixon ran the ball 20 times for 105 yards. Buffalo gives up the most yards per carry in the NFL, and Joe Mixon has been over his rushing line for this game in 4 of his last 5 games. Give me Joe Mixon over 62.5 rushing yards. Let me know, guys, in the comments below if you like this better or if you want to go back to the old way. And again, check out my X account at Silverback Bets. That's going to be my official plays, guys. Thanks for your support. Thanks for everything. I have a big announcement November 15th. You're not going to want to miss it. I'll see you tomorrow with a little more money in your pocket. Peace.